good evening. Welcome to After Twilight Radio. I'm your host, Jonathan Watts, and in studio with me, as always, is the lovely Amanda Young, who's doing her thing engineering our show. Now, if you missed last week's show, then you missed a complete classic. We had on Lorraine Warren, who's one of the investigators at the Amityville horror case, and she's also continued to be one of the most prominent paranormal investigators in the world. So if you missed that, then go ahead and jump on the website later on and check that out in our archives. Now, this week we have on an equally important guest, monster hunter Nick Redfern. Nick is originally from the UK. He now resides in Texas. He's also one of the most published authors on the subject of ufology and cryptozoology. He's got quite a few books on both subjects. He is currently the coordinator for the North American Center for Fortean Zoology. Nick is a feature writer and a contributing editor for Phenomenon magazine, and he has a ton of blogs and other publications available, and we're going to try to hopefully touch on that as well this evening. So without further ado, Nick, are you with us?
I am. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going?
It's going very well. Welcome to After Twilight Radio.
Well, thanks a lot.
Now, it's my understanding that you're in the U.S. and you have a British background, so do I.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, my last name is Watts, and when you're in London, for example, which I've done that a couple of times, that's almost like Smith in the phone book.
That's right.
Yeah. Now we have some other common interest as well. It's my understanding that you like punk rock music.
I do like punk rock music. Anything from the sort of classic 70s stuff, pretty much up to the present day. So.
Can I guess maybe the Ramones?
Yeah, they're my all-time favorite.
Well, we definitely have that in common. Now, you also like zombie movies, right?
I love zombie movies.
No.
Anything where the world falls apart and civilization collapses and the zombies win.
Oh, well, could I assume that you like the book I Am Legend? Have you ever read that one?
I have read the book, and I thought, I like the Will Smith film. I thought the film was good, but I didn't like the ending. I thought the ending was a little bit too wishy-washy, kind of, they picked kind of like a nice, predictable ending, and everything turned out safe and happy. And
well, if you buy the DVD, I don't know if you knew that there's an alternate ending on the DVD.
Yeah, I did. I think that was a good thing, but I think, for most people, they probably saw the movie version, and I enjoyed it. I think he played a good role. I think the film was good. I just think that the ending was kind of a little bit of a letdown, and, it should have been a bit more intense rather than, it all turns out nice and happy.
Well, I'm a huge zombie movie fan. I have a massive collection, and actually my girlfriend's the one who got me even more into it when she bought that book, I Am Legend, which is the original book, not the new version of it. Now, you're also a big fan of beer.
I've written, sir.
Yeah.
That's our weekly pastime, is drinking beer. So.
Well, that's very English of you too, right?
Yeah, that's very English, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
wasn't able to give everything up when I moved over. So.
Well, I would, not all American beer is bad, but some of it's okay. But I'm definitely more of a European beer fan myself. But now we have a major thing that's very similar in our backgrounds, which is journalism. And I wanted to ask you that because I think that's a good segue into some of your background and how you got into cryptozoology and ufology. How did your career sort of become what it is today?
Well, I guess basically what happened, Jonathan, was that as far as, I'll give a little bit of background to sort of my interest in the weird stuff, if you like, as it's to give it its scientific term. Basically, when I was about 5 years old, my parents took me on a week's holiday to Scotland, and we spent one day at Loch Ness. And my dad told me this story about the Loch Ness Monster, and the idea that, or the theory that there was a dinosaur or some weird creature living in the rock. And even at 5, I was kind of, when he told me this, it was like, wow, there's a monster in the lake, etc. And I suppose from there, as I got a little bit older, I started reading books on things like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, werewolves, anything that was sort of a weird nature.